What's going on, my Jack brother? Coach Scott here. In today's video, I'm going to share how you can get six-pack abs for the summer. Step number one is to have a clear vision of what you're going to look like with six-pack abs. Now, it certainly helps if you've had six-pack abs before in the past. You can pull out some old pictures and get excited about having those abs once again. If you've never had abs before, it's going to require a little bit of imagination. So take a moment to think about how detailed and chiseled you want your six-pack abs to be. Do you want to have well-defined lower abdominals, or are you okay with just having like a faint outline of the lower abdominals? Or are you cool with pretty much having a four-pack? And speaking of that, not all of us genetically have six-pack abs. Some of us just have a four-pack. It doesn't matter how lean you get, you'll never see six-pack abs. It all comes down to that tendinous tissue, the linea alba, that makes up the shape of your abdominal muscles. And some of us were genetically blessed with an eight-pack. Not myself personally, I've got a nice six-pack. And some of us, it really is important to note, like when you are visualizing your six-pack abs, it again helps if you have had abs in the past, but some of us have like staggered abdominals. Some of us have a nice genetic structure of the six-pack abs there. So it's really important when you're visualizing yourself to visualize your six-pack and not someone else's six-pack. And now for the very important step number two, when you picture yourself with your shirt off, either walking along the beach or around the pool or even mowing your lawn, you got six-pack abs. How do you feel? Do you feel confident? Do you feel proud? Do you feel energetic? Do you feel athletic or youthful? In most cases, it's likely going to be all of the above and so much more. As just having a great conversation with one of my coaching clients, kind of brought this up in recent videos as well, that I think athletic is a great way of describing how I feel when I am lean with six-pack abs. And I'm not talking like crazy freaking shredded with ab veins crawling up and everything, just lean, healthy six-pack abs. I just feel so athletic. Like I perform better when I'm on the ice, like in sports and all my activities. When I'm out on the paddleboard, I just feel like my core being so much more engaged. I just move better. I just feel better overall. But definitely, there's no doubt, confidence, pride, zest, vitality, just so much more vigor. Like I just feel healthier. I feel more vibrant in all aspects of my life. I feel like I can give the best of myself to all I'm doing throughout the day. Now, throughout your journey of getting six-pack abs for the summer, if you frequently remind yourself of how great it's going to feel walking around with six-pack abs this summer, it's going to keep your motivation high throughout the entire process. But that's just one component of goal achievement 101. One of the motivating factors is gaining pleasure, which is what we just talked about. But another motivating factor is avoiding pain. So how will you feel if you don't achieve your goal of getting six-pack abs this summer? What will the cost be to you, to your family, to your loved ones around you? Will you feel embarrassed, ashamed, uncomfortable in your own skin? Will you feel like I was when I was carrying around 50 pounds of extra fat at the beach with my kids, keeping my tank top on, like embarrassed to take my shirt off at the beach? Those feelings were absolutely awful. Will you feel more sluggish and tired and less likely to be active with your family and friends doing activities that they're doing? Will you just be struggling with that because you're feeling a little bit winded, a little bit uncomfortable, not quite athletic with those movements? How will you feel if you don't achieve this goal? So I highly recommend you reflect on those feelings of gaining pleasure and avoiding pain on a daily basis throughout this process. And now let's get down to how much weight do you think you need to lose in order to achieve this goal of gaining six-pack abs? Now, once again, if you've had six-pack abs before, you probably have a rough idea of what you weighed at that time and how much you weigh right now. So how many pounds you have to lose. If you haven't had six-pack abs before, just take your best guess. Chances are it's going to be a little bit more than you think you need to lose. Oftentimes, that is the case. So now you know how you're going to look with six-pack abs and the approximate weight that you're going to be when you achieve that goal. It's time to set a goal date. Will it be the very first day of summer, June 21st, which is 10 weeks from the time I'm publishing this video right now? Will it be Canada Day, July 1st, or Independence Day, July 4th? Or will it be some vacation that you have planned at some point in the summer? So there's an event tied to that goal as well. And making sure that it is realistic to achieve your goal by that goal date. So if you want to lose 20 pounds by the first day of summer, June 21st, that gives you 10 weeks, about 2 pounds per week. Now, mind you, that first week, you're always going to lose a little bit more weight. But if you're looking at the general guidelines, if you want to preserve muscle mass, you want to set yourself up for long-term success, you want to make sure that you're losing no more than 0.5 to 1% of your total body weight per week. So if you weigh 200 pounds, that'd be between 1 and 2 pounds per week. And that would be right in alignment with your goal. If you're losing 2 pounds per week, it's safe to say that you're going to preserve your muscle mass throughout the process. It's not going to be overly aggressive where you're setting yourself up for a setback or regaining the weight afterwards. Now, this next very important step is one that most people skip, and it's the biggest reason why they fail in achieving their goal of getting six-pack abs for the summer. That is preparing for obstacles that may appear along the way throughout this journey, and there will be obstacles that will pop up. If you think about it, like during the next 10 to 12 weeks leading into summer here, we've got a lot of events coming up. We've got Easter coming up next weekend. How are you going to handle that event? We've got Mother's Day coming up. We've got Memorial Day weekend for the Americans, or Victoria Day weekend, May 2-4 weekend for us here in Canada. We got Father's Day, and then we've got, if you're leading into the summer, Canada Day, July 1st, Independence Day, July 4th. So if those days are kind of leading into, if your goal date is for a vacation mid-July, you got to prepare for all of those events coming up. How are you going to handle those events? And then it's not just those days, like Easter, holy crap, like I can't go shopping without being bombarded with some of my favorite treats, the chocolate stuff. And I know for myself personally, it's already, I've shared in some of my vlogs recently. I bought my kids mini eggs and I bought them their chocolate bunnies. I bought myself a chocolate bunny. I just can't have that stuff in the house. Whenever I experienced moments of weakness, there was one time where I ate an entire bag of mini eggs. The next weekend, I did the same frickin' thing. Then a couple weeks later, I'm like, all right, so I bought the mini eggs first. I'm like, okay, that was it. And then a couple weeks later, I bought our chocolate bunnies because I want to make sure we all like the Mr. Crispy ones. And sometimes those sell out pretty fast. So I stocked up on those. And I'm like, well, I bought one for myself one day. I'm like, I'm just going to eat this now. I'm craving chocolate. Like, it's in the house. Like, it doesn't work for me a lot of times. A lot of times, like with the Easter candy, it's going to be in the store like long after Easter. I mean, we've got Halloween candy in the grocery store and it's freaking April right now, so I'm not worried about Easter candy shortage. So I am much better off just not having it in the house and just waiting till the last minute to go out and get it for my kids. So now we know your goal, the look that you're going for, the approximate weight that you're going to be at when you achieve that goal, the reasons why you want to achieve that goal, why it's important to you, the date that you want to achieve that goal by, and any obstacles that may pop up along the way throughout this process of achieving your goal. It's now time to create your plan to achieve this goal. So as I mentioned earlier, it's a good idea to aim for losing 0.5 to 1% of your total body weight per week if you want to preserve muscle mass and really make sure that you are setting yourself up for long-term success. And as I mentioned, if you're 200 pounds, you're looking at 1 to 2 pounds per week. So general guideline, if you want to lose 1 pound per week, you need to create a 500 calorie deficit per day. If you want to lose 2 pounds per week, you need to create a 1,000 calorie deficit per day. First, we need to know your maintenance level calories. So I'll include a link down below to the calculator on my website. You enter your age, height, weight, activity level. That's going to give you your TDEE, your total daily energy expenditure. That is how many calories you would consume approximately. This is just an estimation to maintain your body weight. So from there, we need to subtract 500 calories if we want to lose 1 pound per week, or 1,000 calories if we want to lose 2 pounds per week. What's always most important is your body's feedback. So if after a couple weeks you're only losing half a pound per week when your goal is 1 pound per week, you know you need to reduce your calories a little bit in order to achieve that goal. Don't just stick with stubbornly what the calculator says, because our bodies are not a calculator. It's just an estimate meant to give you a starting point. Your body's feedback is what's most important. So from here, you need to decide whether you want to hit that calorie target consistently throughout this entire fat loss process, or if you want to plan in some refeed days here and there. So for example, let's say your daily calorie target is 2,000 calories per day. We're looking at a weekly calorie target of 14,000 calories. I really do prefer to look at things more on a weekly basis rather than a daily basis, but I also find that for most people, the more consistent you can be with your calorie intake, the easier it is to stick with your diet. But again, like some people are a little bit better having a little bit of refeed days. So you need to know yourself best. So let's say 2,000 calories is your target for the day, 14,000 for the week, but you would like to have 1 day per week at maintenance level calories. So your maintenance level calories is 2,500. So you're aiming to lose 1 pound per week. So 2,000 calories is your 500 calorie deficit. 6 days at 2,000 calories and 1 day at 2,500 calories is not going to hit that 14,000 calorie target for the week. You're going to be 500 calories over. So what you're going to need to do is decide, all right, I'm going to have that 1 day at maintenance, 2,500 calories. Instead of 2,000 calories for the next 5 days, I'm going to do 1,900 calories and then 1 day at 2,000 calories. It doesn't matter how you could do the next day after 2,500 calories, could be 1,700 calories and then 1,800 calories the following day, and then get up to 2,000 calories for a few days there. Again, It's whatever works for you, however you want to work in that 14,000 calories for the week, whatever suits you best. But again, I find like my energy is more sustained, my appetite is better controlled when I keep my calories pretty consistent for the most part. Again, occasionally, like listen to my body, if I'm consistently at 2,000 calories for 2, 3, even 4 weeks, maybe a time will come. It's Easter. I'm just going to enjoy Easter responsibly, not worry too much about the calories, and just get back on track with my eating after that. It just gives me a little bit of that wiggle room there. The beauty of taking this weekly approach is that there's no such thing as having a bad day, and you don't have to beat yourself up and feel guilty if you happen to give into a temptation one day, because you can make up for it throughout the week. You can reduce your calories for the next few days to kind of balance things out. So once you start you give into that little temptation, a lot of people are like, fuck it, screw it, I'm just gonna pig out like crazy. Like, no, maybe you did a little bit of damage, you're a little bit over your calorie target. You don't need to throw in the towel. You don't need to go nuts right now. It's going to be very easy to balance things out and still hit your target at the end of the week if you keep things in check and just make a little reductions over the course of the next few days. Now that you know the calorie target that you need to aim for and how you're going to spread those calories out throughout the week, it's time to fit the meals that you typically consume into those calorie targets. I'm not going to go into detail on that. I've recorded a whole entire video on that. I'll include a link down below in the description. And from here, it's time to look at your lifestyle. I highly recommend you start with sleep, establishing a consistent sleep-wake pattern, making sure you're getting an adequate amount of sleep each and every night, preferably 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep. It's going to help you control your appetite, your energy levels, your mood. It's going to make this whole process of getting six-pack abs a whole lot easier on yourself. What are you going to do activity-wise? Like, are you going to get out for walks every day? Are you going to do any form of cardio, any other activities to burn calories and just enjoy life, live life to the fullest? And what is your workout plan going to be like? How many days per week are going to be working out? What's your split going to be? If you want to take the guesswork out of the training and give you some ideas on meals to eat, like see a complete meal plan, I've got a couple programs that I'd recommend. I'll include the links down below in the description. The 12-week shred system, you'll see everything that went in my mouth during that entire 12-week period, as well as every single workout plan that I followed throughout that period. And then I've got the mini cut program there that it's 28 weeks, 28 days, 4 weeks, every single thing that went in my mouth during that time, and the workout plan that I followed in that plan as well. Again, just taking the guesswork out of it, just gives you a complete blueprint to follow, something that's been successful for myself as well as my clients. Another option is the Jacked at 40 Club, where I share the workout plan that I'm following each and every month and get nutrition guidance from me. You can share the meals that you're consuming, ask for any feedback where you can make some improvements there, and there is an incredible support community behind you there. And that brings up the next point, accountability, like surrounding yourself with like-minded people, whether it's with a weight loss buddy, a fat loss buddy who's going to go through the journey with you, or getting into a group like the Jacked at 40 Club where you're surrounded with like-minded people going through a similar process where you're building each other up, lifting each other up, supporting each other during the challenging times, and celebrating the victories when you guys experience them, like holding yourself accountable on a daily basis, on a weekly basis. This has been absolutely huge for me. It's the biggest reason why I lost 50 pounds. I took pictures of myself every day, and every week I posted on Facebook the progress that I made, progress pics, as well as the weight progress that I made. Just a tremendous impact when you have that kind of accountability. People are kind of, after a few weeks, they're like, all right, Scott, you haven't posted anything yet. It's Friday. You usually post your updates on Friday. What's going on? I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm just a little bit behind here. Maybe got some other work going on, but people are on you. They're looking for it. They're asking for it. So you knowing that others are looking out for that, they've got your back. That accountability is absolutely huge in achieving your goal of getting six-pack abs this summer. And that, in a nutshell, is how you're gonna get six-pack abs this summer. As you can see, it's nothing crazy, no strange weird tricks, just simple fundamentals when executed consistently is how you're gonna achieve your physique goals. If you need a little extra hand-holding, a little bit more personalization, someone to look over your shoulder to support and to guide you along the way, I'd love to coach you. I got some spots open. I'll include a link down below in the description. But I do hope you enjoyed today's video and found it helpful, valuable. If you did, please do me a favor, smash that thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that alert button so you're notified each time I upload a video. If you know a fellow bro who would benefit from watching today's video, please do me a favor and share it with them. More than anything, I'd love to hear from you down in the comment section below. Share your thoughts, share your feedback, share your insights, and before you go, don't forget to download your free guide, Jacked After 40. Have yourself an amazing day. Catch you next video.